to episode 14 of your Portland Pickles Baseball. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Walker Stadium for another exciting installment of Portland Pickles Baseball. Welcome back to those of you who joined us earlier this afternoon with our game against the Perth Heat. We'll be playing them again tomorrow afternoon at 1:05. Tonight, the Pickles welcome the Medford Rogues from the Great West League for game one of a three-game series. First pitch is scheduled for 7:05 p.m. And don't forget to stick around after the game. We're going to blow the sky up with some wonderful fireworks for you.
Welcome, Rogue Nation, to Medford Rogues Baseball, live on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. We are in Portland at beautiful Walker Stadium to take on the Portland Pickles, game one of a three-game series. These two teams concluded a three-game series back in Medford just last night. Starting pitchers for your Medford Rogues, from Ashland, Oregon, Jamie Flynn makes his fourth appearance for the team. Jamie Flynn is 2-0 with a 1.20 ERA, has 13 strikeouts in 15 innings pitched, and has allowed just 6 hits. He will be facing Josh Hendrickson of the Portland Pickles. Hendrickson, a southpaw out of Australia. It's his 7th start of the year for the Pickles. First time for the Rogues. First time for both of these pitchers facing both of these lineups. Hendrickson attending Ranger College next year. Hendrickson has a 1.94 ERA. He's 4-0 in 6 games. 49 strikeouts with 37 innings pitched, so the Rogues will have their work cut out for them. Thank you all for joining us here on the live stream. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball live on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. I'm Jonathan Kerman with you on the call. I'll be with you for all 3 games here in Portland.
7:15.
First time your Rogues have a look at Walker Stadium this year. A beautiful ballpark, well-maintained grass with patterns in the outfield. Straight lines coming in from left and right field down into the infield dirt. And then straight lines coming in from center field as well, and then they intersect. It makes a beautiful pattern. It's really a sight to behold. 309 down the left field line, 311 down the right field line, 335 to dead center. So not a big ballpark. However, very high walls out in from left to right center field. That entire main portion of the outfield. Down the lines, the left field line at 309, the right at 311. A very short wall. I mean, 4.5 feet max. So it should be a very interesting ballgame, a very interesting series between these two teams. Have gotten very familiar with each other. Rogues won the series back in Medford, 2-1. Portland winning the final game of the 3-game series, avoiding the sweep. Your starting lineup for the Medford Rogues. Leading things off, Davis DeLorphis. Batting second, Clay Valenzuela-Reese. Batting third, the catcher, Alex Isola, who, if you haven't followed along on our Facebook or Twitter, he was named the Great West League Player of the Week. Batting fourth, Johnny De La Cruz. Batting fifth, Jake Helwig. Batting sixth, Connor Lowry. Batting seventh, the designated hitter, Josh Berman. Batting eighth, Braden Stutzman. And rounding out the lineup for the Rogues is Bryce Tilton. So as I mentioned, Alex Isola named the Great West League Player of the Week. This past week, Isola has a .500 batting average. He's gone 11 for 22 with a .577 on-base percentage and is slugging .863. This past week, he has 2 homers, 2 doubles, and 9 RBIs. On the year, the 6'1" catcher from Lincoln, California, batting an even .333 with 7 doubles, 3 home runs, 25 RBI, and 20 runs scored in just 24 games. Isola is also sporting a terrific strikeout-to-walk ratio. He's struck out just 7 times and has walked 12 times on the season. Isola currently in the middle of a 9-game hitting streak as well. Should be a very interesting matchup between him and starting pitcher Josh Hendrickson for the Portland Pickles. I'll give you his numbers again. This is his 7th appearance. He is 4-0 with a 1.94 ERA. Has 49 strikeouts in 37 innings pitched. A lefty out of Australia, pitching for Ranger College in the fall. Just a few minutes from getting underway here. Beautiful Walker Stadium in Portland, Oregon. Very, very temperate here today. Very unlike the 2 series we had down in Marysville and Chico, where the average temperature was somewhere in the 105 to 110 range at first pitch. Checking in now at cool mid-70s with a very nice breeze. It's a terrific evening for baseball. Thank you all so much for joining us here on the broadcast. When we come back, first pitch, Game 1 between the Portland Pickles and the Medford Rogues here at Walker Stadium. I'm Jonathan Kerman. You're listening to the Medford Rogues live stream on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. I'm Jonathan Kerman with you on the call from Walker Stadium in beautiful Portland, Oregon. Just a few minutes from getting underway here, game one between the Portland Pickles and your Medford Rogues. Medford Rogues coming into this one at 22-9. They're in first place in the Great West League, ranked number 23 in the nation for summer collegiate baseball programs by collegiatesummerbaseball.com. They're taking on a very familiar foe, the Portland Pickles, coming into this one at 14-16. These two teams just got done playing a three-game series back at Harry and David Field. The Rogues took 2 out of 3. Portland won the final game of this series, avoiding the sweep. Valley Immediate Care is a proud sponsor of our Rogues broadcast team. Valley Immediate Care has locations in both North and South Medford, Ashland, Grants Pass, and Brookings, offering urgent care, occupational health, physicals, laser services, and more. Head to valley-ic.com for more information. Now time for the Valley Immediate Care pregame injury report. Jordan Reagan still nursing that sore elbow. Liam Kent, DJ Wilson back for the Rogues. They've pitched the last few games. And Jake Gazzo, who you'll remember has been out for almost a month with a hurt ankle, is available to pinch hit tonight. So he made the trip with the team. He is available to come off the bench. We may see him later on in this game or later in this series. I'd like to thank all of you for joining us here on the live stream from Portland, Oregon. Starting pitcher for your Medford Rogues, Ashland's own Jamie Flynn. Jamie Flynn having a fantastic year for the Rogues. 2-0 in 3 games, 1.2 ERA, 13 strikeouts in 15 innings pitched, and just 6 hits allowed. But he is facing a formidable opponent for the Portland Pickles. That is Josh Hendrickson, a lefty out of Australia. Pitched in, this will be his 7th game for the Pickles this year. 4-0 record, 1.94 ERA, 49 strikeouts in 37 innings pitched. Should be a tall task for your hot-hitting Medford Rogues. Give you guys the starting lineup one last time. Leading things off, playing third base, Davis DeLorphis. Batting second, playing second, Clay Valenzuela-Reese. Batting third, catching the Great West League Player of the Week, Alex Isola. Batting fourth, playing left field, Johnny De La Cruz. Batting fifth, in right, Jake Helwig. Batting sixth, in center, Connor Lowry. Batting seventh, the designated hitter, Josh Berman. Batting eighth, the first baseman, Braden Stutzman. Rounding out the order for the Rogues, shortstop, Bryce Tilton. The Rogues like to thank our friends at Avista. Serving Medford since 1906, Avista has created opportunities, sparked imaginations, and fueled innovation. Today, as they celebrate more than a century of service, the folks at Avista are committed as ever to helping the communities that they serve to grow and prosper. Head to avistautilities.com today. The Rogues would also like to thank our friends at Morton's Family Dining and Bar. Morton's offers something for everyone. Morton's has a full sports bar, a separate family dining side of the restaurant, and even delivery. Check out their website, mortons.com. That's Mortons with 2 R's. I'm going to give you guys a listen in to the national anthem being sung here at Walker Stadium.
Stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. O'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket
A beautiful rendition of the national anthem here at Walker Stadium in Portland, Oregon. Just a few minutes underway from getting started. I'd like to thank all of you for joining us here on the broadcast. Sounds like some of you are here at Walker Stadium. Stop on by. I'm in section 204 off the first base side. Yes, that's right. You heard me correctly. I am in the stands with the fans here at Walker Stadium. There's a beautiful press box that is currently being built. Hope to have it done by the end of the season, but for right now, we're out in the elements, and quite frankly, I couldn't ask for a more beautiful day to be out here. Just a few minutes from getting underway here at Walker Stadium. Game 1 between the Portland Pickles and your Medford Rogues. The Portland Pickles are wearing some new jerseys tonight. It's a blue torso with red stripes and white lettering across the chest. Pickles in the baseball cursive. No doubt to honor America on this series spanning over the 4th of July. Josh Hendrickson, the lefty out of Australia for the Portland Pickles. Doug, April, thank you all so much. I appreciate it. I really do. Josh Hendrickson for the Portland Pickles. Having a fantastic season this year. 49 strikeouts over 4 starts. Has 23 strikeouts over his last 2. So the Rogues will have their work cut out for them. I think we're just a couple minutes from getting underway here at Harry and David Field. DeLorphis. So here we are. We are about to get underway. Davis DeLorphis stepping into the batter's box for your Medford Rogues. Josh Hendrickson, the tall lefty, 6'5". Here's the first pitch to DeLorphis. Fastball in there for a strike. 0-1. Lefty out of Australia. DeLorphis batting .385 on the year. Next pitch swung on and missed. Strike 2. To the count to Davis DeLorphis, just getting underway here at Walker Stadium. That one just outside, 1-2. Apologize if I said Harry and David Field earlier, a little muscle memory. First time at Walker Stadium here in Portland, Oregon. A beautiful ballpark on a beautiful afternoon. Here's the 2-1. 1-2, excuse me. That one's high. 2-2 the count. Two and two the count to Davis DeLorphis. Here's the pitch from Hendrickson. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Changeup got him. First strikeout of the game for Hendrickson. That'll bring up Clay Valenzuela-Reese. Defensive alignment for the Portland Pickles. Catching Hendrickson, Tate Budnick. At third base, Bobby Kinney. At second, Alex Henwood. At first, Cody Fallon. At short, Colin Rubino. In left, Xander Clark. At center, Alex Layton. And in right, Matt Hardy. First pitch to Valenzuela-Reese. Fastball in there for a strike. 0-1. Valenzuela-Reese batting .346 on the year. 37 hits in 27 games. Next pitch catches the outside part of the plate. 0-2 to Clay Valenzuela-Reese. Alex Isola waits on deck. Valenzuela-Reese waits on the pitch. Here's the windup from Hendrickson. High. 1-2 the count. Just a beautiful afternoon here at Walker Stadium. Home plate umpire Mike Evans calls time. Looks like we're all set. 76 degrees reported here. Shadows coming in The entire outfield is engulfed in shadows, but the infield grass is in sun. That pitch is hit high and foul off the first base side and out of play. Count remains 1-2. One balls, 2 strikes to Clay Valenzuela-Reese facing Josh Hendrickson, the lefty from Australia. Here's the 1-2. Check swing. Did he go? No, says home plate umpire Mike Evans. Your umpires today at home plate, Mike Evans. Out in the field, Garrett Wilson. Looks like that pitch bounced off the catcher, Tate Budnick. Had to take a second to shake that one off, but we're all back and ready to go. 2-2 to Clay Valenzuela-Reese. The windup and the pitch from Hendrickson. Swung on that is fouled off. Out of play off the first base side. Slightly breezy, but that's just keeping the temperatures cool here at Walker Stadium. The 2-2, that one's in the dirt, ball 3. So a great at-bat for Clay Valenzuela-Reese, making Hendrickson work. Jeff Lyle down the third base side. Jaden France, the first base coach for the Rogues. Here's the pitch. Swung on, that's hit up the middle, and that is going to fall for a hit. Clay Valenzuela-Reese has himself a single. And that'll bring up Alex Isola.
We've already had our first strikeout of the game, so you guys are going to get 5 boneless wings at Wingstop. Right here, you guys.
Alex Isola, the Great West League Player of the Week, just named today, steps into the batter's box with Clay Valenzuela-Reese on first. Here's the pitch from Hendrickson. First pitch strike. 0-1 the count. Isola's been batting .500, that's 11 for 22, over this past week. Here's the 0-1. That one's outside, 1-1 the count. Has a .577 on-base percentage and is slugging .863 this past week. That includes 2 homers, 2 doubles, and 9 RBIs. Here's the 1-1. That one is hit well to left center field, and that is going to be gone! It's a home run! Alex Isola hits a home run to left center field over that high wall, easily 20-25 feet. And the Rogues have themselves a 2-0 lead here in the top of the first inning. So the Great West League Player of the Week, Alex Isola, continues his hot hitting. 2-0, your Rogues on top. So that'll bring up Johnny De La Cruz. And the ball was hit well. It sounded good off the bat. I didn't think it was going to carry, and it just kept going and going. First pitch, De La Cruz in there for a strike, 0-1. I mean, that was a laser. Just kept sailing out there. The 0-1 De La Cruz swung on, fouled back. 0-2 the count, excuse me. Rogues on top, 2-0 on the home run by Alex Isola. The Great West League Player of the Week. Here's the 0-2 to De La Cruz. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Second strikeout of the day for Josh Hendrickson. That'll bring up Jake Helwig. That first pitch inside to Helwig, the left-handed batter. Lefty matchup 0-1, and that's the first pitch ball to the Rogues given up by Hendrickson today. Here's the 1-0. That one catches the inside part of the plate, 1-1. Next pitch is low. 2-1 the count to Jake Helwig. Rogues on top, 2-0 here, top of the first inning at Walker Stadium. Here's the pitch from Hendrickson. That one is hit well to right field, but right at the right fielder Hardy, who makes the catch for the final out of the inning. However, the Rogues score 2 on the 2-run shot by Alex Isola. We head to the home half of the first inning. You're listening to the Medford Rogues live stream on medfordrogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. Presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. I'm Jonathan Kerman with you on the call. Bottom of the first inning, Rogues lead 2-0. Jamie Flynn on the mound for the Rogues. First pitch to Colin Rubinho is outside, 1-0. Jamie Flynn with the windup and the pitch. That one's inside, 2-0 the count. Defensive alignment for your Medford Rogues. Catching Jamie Flynn is Alex Isola, who hit that 2-run home run back in the top of the first to score Clay Valenzuela-Reese. Next pitch in there for a strike, 2-1 to shortstop Colin Rubinho. Playing third base, Davis DeLorfis. At short, Bryce Tilton. Next pitch swung on and fouled off the third base side. 2-2 the count to Colin Rubinho. So Tilton at short, Clay Valenzuela-Reese at second, Braden Stutzman at first. Here's the 2-2 from Jamie Flynn. That one is hit to the shortstop, Tilton. Tilton fields it over to first, and it's a wide throw that gets away from Braden Stutzman. That's going to go as an error on Bryce Tilton. It was a wide throw. Pulled Stutzman off the bag. Rubinho is aboard. That'll bring up Alex Henwood. Alex Henwood, the second baseman for the Pickles. The outfield battery, business as usual for the Rogues. De La Cruz in left, Lowry in center, Hellwig in right. So here's Alex Henwood with a runner on, nobody out, bottom of the first inning. Here's the pitch from Flynn. Catches the outside part of the plate, fastball. 0-1 the count. Oh, and 1 the count to Alex Henwood. Jimmy Flynn fires over to first. Rubinho back in time. Colin Rubinho at first reached on an error to lead off the inning for the Pickles. Here's the pitch. Swung on, that's it to Tilton again, and he gets it off his glove. Everyone's safe. So not a great start for Bryce Tilton at short. 2 balls that he would tell you he should field cleanly. He should make plays on. It's another error. Runners on first and second. Nobody out, bottom of the first inning. And that'll bring up Daniel Lopez, the designated hitter. Batting lineup for the Portland Pickles. Rubinho is at second. Alex Henwood is at first. Daniel Lopez at the plate. Batting fourth, Xander Clark in left field. Batting fifth, Matt Hardy in right. Batting sixth, the catcher, Tate Budnick. Batting seventh, Cody Fallon playing first. Batting 8th, Bobby Kinney, who's manning third base for the Pickles. And batting 9th in center field, Alec Layton. So 2 on, nobody out. First pitch to Daniel Lopez, and actually it's going to be stepped off on the rubber, is Jamie Flynn. Everyone's set now. Jamie Flynn looks in. Daniel Lopez showing bunt. Stutzman coming in from first, pulls back, ball's outside. 1-0 the count. Rogues lead 2-0 thanks to a 2-run home run by Alex Isola, the Great West League Player of the Week. Continues his hot hitting. It's his 4th home run of the year. We're in the bottom half of the inning now. Pickles with 2 on, nobody out. Here's the pitch to Lopez, showing bunt again, pulls back. This one a strike. Evens the count, 1 apiece. Jamie Flynn getting the sign from Alex Isola. Lopez showing bunt again. Keeps it down. No, pulls it back. That one's in the dirt. Blocked nicely by Isola. 2-1 the count. Bottom of the first inning here at Walker Stadium. 2 on, nobody out. For the Pickles, Rogues lead 2-0. Daniel Lopez showing bunt again. Here's the pitch. He pulls back again. That one a called strike on the inside part of the plate. Daniel Lopez doesn't like it, has a conversation with the home plate umpire, Mike Evans. Count is even 2-2. Waiting on deck, Xander Clark. Two balls and 2 strikes to Daniel Lopez. Here's the pitch. Lopez showing bunt, pulls back. The count is now full, 3-2. Rubino at second, Henwood at first. Both reached on an error. Nobody out, bottom of the first inning. Jamie Flynn trying to work out of a jam. Field now completely engulfed in shadows. The sun is hidden by some clouds. Flynn looks back at second, looks back again. Now comes home. Swung on and fouled high, out of play behind home plate. So we'll do this again. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 on, nobody out for the Pickles. Jamie Flynn comes set. Now comes home. Runners are running. Pitch is outside for ball 4. So now the bases are loaded. Nobody out for Xander Clark. Pickles have the bases loaded, don't have a hit in this game yet. And probably the last batter that Jamie Flynn wants to face, Xander Clark, steps up. Xander Clark had a multi-hit streak going. He had a hit, 2 hits at least, in every single game for the Pickles this season until last night. That streak was broken. Here's the first pitch to Clark. Outside, ball 1. Xander Clark batting an even .500. 28 hits, 16 runs, 25 RBIs in just 13 games. Here's the 1-0 to Clark. Off-speed pitch in there for a strike. 1-1 the count. Rubino at third, Henwood at second, Daniel Lopez at first. No hits for the Pickles here in the bottom of the first inning. Xander Clark at the plate. Waits on the pitch from Jamie Flynn. Here it is. Check swing, called strike. Jamie Flynn ahead in the count, 1-2 to Xander Clark. Waiting on deck, Matt Hardy. big pitch here early on in this ball game. 1 ball, 2 strikes, bases loaded, nobody out to Xander Clark. Here's the pitch. Swung on, hit softly to the shortstop, Tilton. Tilton over to 1, over to 2, in time. So Xander Clark grounds into the double play. A run does come home. That's Colin Rubino. But now, the Pickles have just a runner at third with 2 outs. Henwood advancing to third on the play. So just about as good as you could ask for Jamie Flynn. 2 outs, runner at third, Matt Hardy at the plate. Grounded into the 6-4-3 double play did Xander Clark. First pitch swinging right at the third baseman. DeLorfis makes a great play on the line. The throw is not going to be caught by Braden Stutzman. It was a low throw that bounced right in front of the glove. The tying run comes home. It's going to be ruled a base hit. And the Pickles have tied this game at 2. So the first hit of the game brings home the tying run for the Pickles. A great stop by DeLorfis, saving what could have been 2 bases. It ended up being more anyways, unfortunately, because of the wide throw, the low throw that Stutzman couldn't pick up. Matt Hardy advanced to second on the throw. It's an RBI single for Matt Hardy. All tied at 2. Tate Budnick stepping up to the bag. An exciting game early on in this one. Here's the pitch from Flynn. Low, ball 1. So Matt Hardy at second drove in the tying run. That was Alex Henwood. Both runs are unearned to Jamie Flynn. Both Rubino and Henwood reached on errors. Tate Budnick waits on the 1-0. Here it is. That one's inside. 2-0 the count. Xander Clark grounded into the 6-4-3 double play with the bases loaded and nobody out to score 1. And then Matt Hardy with a sharp grounder to the third base. Ruled a hit. Errant throw over to first base. Stutzman couldn't handle it, advanced to second. Did Matt Hardy. So he's there now, being held on by Clay Valenzuela-Reese. Jimmy Flynn spinning the ball in his hand, as he likes to do. Now comes set. 2-0 the count to Tate Budnick, 2 outs, and Flynn will step off the rubber. Two balls, no strikes, 2-2 ball game here, bottom of the first inning. Home plate umpire Mike Evans calls time. Everyone will take a second, relax. Now we're all set. Here's the pitch from Jamie Flynn. Looks back at second, now comes home. Swung on, hit very high. Popped up, left field. Johnny De La Cruz is there to make the play to end the inning. However, 2 come across, 2 unearned runs. 2 runs on just 1 hit for the Pickles. We're tied at 2 heading into the top of the second inning. Up to bat for your Medford Rogues in the top half of the second, Connor Lowry, Josh Berman, and Braden Stutzman. I'm Jonathan Kerman. You're listening to Medford Rogues live stream on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. This Rogues live stream is brought to you by your local Rogue Valley Fred Meyer. The Rogue Regency Inn and Suites is the official host hotel of the Medford Rogues. Whether you're in Southern Oregon for a quick stay or a longer visit, Rogue Regency has a warm, casually elegant atmosphere with plenty to offer, including Chadwick's, the official sports bar of the Medford Rogues. Make sure you head to the post-party headquarters, Chadwick's Pub and Sports Bar, and the Rogue Regency Inn and Suites. Presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. I'm Jonathan Kerman. On the call here at Walker Stadium, 2-2 ball game, top of the second inning. Stepping up to bat for your Medford Rogues, the center fielder Connor Lowry. He looked at a first pitch ball, 1-0 the count. Alex Isola had a 2-run home run to left center field, scoring Clay Valenzuela-Reese in the top of the first. That one's hit well to right field. Going down the line, it is going to be not caught by the right fielder Hardy. Connor Lowry digging for two. He is in with a stand-up double to lead off this second inning. Lowry, a bit of a cold streak. Hopefully this busts him out of it. So a leadoff double for Connor Lowry here in the top of the second inning. Pickles right fielder Matt Hardy gave it a good go. A diving play, the ball just hit off his glove. That'll bring up Josh Berman, the designated hitter. Josh Berman batting .244 on the year, has 19 hits, 14 runs scored, 16 RBIs, and 3 home runs on the year. So Lowry at second, nobody out here in a 2-2 ball game. Josh Hendrickson waits on the call from Tate Budnick. Comes home, here it is. Swung on and missed. Strike one to Josh Berman. The Pickles got 2 back in the bottom of the first inning. 2 unearned runs came home. Both runners reached on errors. Here's the 0-1 to Josh Berman. Hendrickson looks back. Now comes home. Swung on. Fouled out of play. 0-2 the count. The Pickles had the bases loaded and nobody out, and Xander Clark up to bat. Probably the first guy that they picked to have up in that situation. He grounded into a 6-4-3 double play. 1 run would come home. Here's the 0-2 to Josh Berman. Swung on, hit softly. That is going to be played by the shortstop. Lowry advancing to third on the play. So Berman moves the runner over. The Rogues have the lead run 90 feet from home with just 1 out. And that'll bring up Braden Stutzman, the hero of Game 2. There's 2 outs, bottom of the 8th inning. Rogues trailing by a run to these Portland Pickles. Braden Stutzman, the switch hitter, hit a shot down the right field line, scoring Clay Valenzuela-Reese from second. He would eventually come home, be the winning run. Trying to bring home Connor Lowry tonight. Here's the first pitch to Stutzman. Called strike at the knees. 0-1 the count. Matt Hardy, back in the bottom of the first inning, had an RBI single to score Alex Henwood. Those are the 2 runs in the game for the Pickles. 0-1 to Stutzman. Swung on, hit softly to the third baseman. Has to look back. Lowry over to first in time. So Lowry cannot advance. That'll bring up Bryce Tilton. Bryce Tilton having a rough day out in the field so far. Made a couple errors that would eventually come around to score on balls that he'd tell you he would make 10 out of 10 times. Tilton, the right-handed batter, waits on the pitch. Here it is. In there for a strike. 0-1. Waiting on deck, the leadoff man, Davis DeLorphis. Here's the 0-1. Called a strike at the knees. Off-speed pitch. So quickly 0-2 to Bryce Tilton. Connor Lowry at third, 2 outs, top of the second inning, 2-2 ball game. Here's the pitch. Outside, 2-1 the count. 1-2, excuse me. Connor Lowry just 90 feet from home. He's the lead run. Here's the pitch. Swung on, hit to the shortstop. Makes a good play, fires it over to first. In time to get Bryce Tilton. So the Rogues cannot cash in the leadoff double from Connor Lowry. We head to the home half of the second inning, all knotted up at 2. You're listening to the Medford Rogues live stream on medfordrogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. Presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. We are in the home half of the second inning, all tied at 2 here at Walker Stadium between your Medford Rogues and the Portland Pickles. First pitch to Cody Fallon, swung on and missed. Strike 1. Jamie Flynn, no earned runs, just 1 hit allowed, but there are 2 runs scored for the Pickles. Those 2 runs reached on an error. That pitch is outside and low. 1-1 the count. Flynn, the right-hander, attends Cornell University. Here's the pitch. Off speed in there for a strike to Cody Fallon. 1-2 the count. Waiting on deck, third baseman Bobby Kinney. Here's the pitch from Flynn. That one is just outside. Evens the count 2 apiece to Cody Fallon. Right-hander Fallon waits for the pitch. Here it is from Flynn. High. Runs the count full, 3-2. Wind-up and the pitch from Flynn. Swung on and missed, strike 3. First strikeout of the game for Jamie Flynn. And that'll bring up Bobby Kinney. Bobby Kinney batting .290 on the year. Has 20 hits, 14 runs scored, 11 RBIs in 23 games for the Pickles. Here's the first pitch from Flynn. That one's outside to the lefty Bobby Kinney, left-handed batter. 0-1. 1 out, bottom of the second inning, all tied at 2 here at Walker Stadium. Wind up and the pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 1. Game 1 of a 3-game series between these Portland Pickles and the Medford Rogues. Here's the 1-1. That one's low. 2-1 the count. Two runs, 3 hits, 3 errors for the Rogues. Here's the 2-1. Swung on, that is hit to center field. Going back is Connor Lowry. He will make room, make the catch right in front of the warning track for the second out of the inning. So that'll bring up Alec Layton, the center fielder for the Portland Pickles. who back in the top of the first inning turned around and watched a ball hit by Alex Isola sail over the left center field wall, giving the Rogues a 2-0 lead. Pickles would quickly answer with 2 of their own back in the first. In the bottom of that inning, here's the first pitch to Layton, outside, ball 1. Alec Layton batting .276 on the year. Check swing, called strike. Even count 1-1. 2 outs, bottom of the second inning, all tied at 2. Here's the pitch from Flynn. Swung on and missed. Strike 2. So 1 balls and 2 strikes to Alec Layton. Next pitch is high, evens the count 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. Bottom of the second inning in a 2-2 ball game. Here's the pitch to Layton. Swung on, that is hit to the second baseman, Valenzuela Reese. Fires it over to Stutzman in time to retire Layton. 1-2-3 inning for Jamie Flynn. We head to the top of the third inning, all tied at 2. You're listening to the Medford Rogues live stream on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. Fans, I can't tell you how many times we've had to replace a window at Harry and David Field because of a stray fly ball. When we need our windows fixed or replaced, the only team we trust are the folks at Bill's Glass. With locations in Ashland, Medford, and Grants Pass, Bill's Glass is the fastest and most affordable glass service in Southern Oregon. Welcome back to Harry and David Field, Walker Stadium. First pitch swinging for Davis DeLorfis. That one is sent into the seats off the third base foul line. Foul 0-1. 2-2 ball game, top of the third inning between the Medford Rogues and the Portland Pickles.